Hey everyone, Izzy and MJ from Endless RVing. So in today's video, we're going to cover a topic that you've probably heard about, but we feel it's necessary to give you accurate information.
So as many of you probably have heard, this past week, the California Air Resources Board has passed a law on generator use in California.
This is going to be part of California's target to reduce and really go net zero carbon emissions for whatever target date they have. But this specific bill that's now law essentially passed by, like MJ said, by CARB, the California Air Resources Board. It's kind of in steps into some aspects of how it's going to take effect and what does it actually affect.
We're going to give you the most up-to-date information that we have and really let you know, because a lot of people are nervous about this.
Correct.
And really let you know how much it's actually going to affect you as opposed to affecting dealers and other businesses.
The first phase, and this was targeted toward like landscaping equipment, but again, when you have career bureaucrats that make these things, sometimes they don't think like outside of whatever they're trying to accomplish. So you're talking about lawn mowers, weed whackers, pressure washers, blah, blah, blah. It was really targeted for small engines, small gas engines, 25 horsepower and below, trying to get whoever's using them to move over to battery powered. What happened was, what also got wrangled into that, because sometimes politicians don't think things out, portable generators. Portable generators are used for RVs like travel trailers, fifth wheels, but also portable generators on motorhomes. Now, a couple of things about this. 25 horsepower or below, which can cover most generators. Now, there is kind of a waiver if you have a generator at home, a gas generator at home, as long as it's considered permanent.
So we got to bolt ours to the ground
Well,
if we're in California.
But it's probably going to come to New Jersey because we're just like the east coast of California. So yeah, it has to be a permanent fixture, then you're kind of waived from that. Also, diesel-powered generators are not covered by this. So what does this mean for you? So the first phase of this goes into effect in 2024. And what the ban is that there will be a ban on the sales of the lawnmower stuff, like the landscaping equipment. Regarding 2024, from 2024 on, any new products and those landscaping equipment cannot be gas powered. New products sold.
So regarding generators in 2024, which is just a short 2 years away, there will be new emission standards requirements. Then moving forward in 2028, generators done.
Now that sounds really bad on the surface until you dig a little deeper.
Right.
What the law is saying, the new standards are, is that it's affecting the sale of new generators. So in 2024, those new generators must meet a higher standard of emissions. 2028, new generators, gas-powered generators under 25 horsepower cannot be sold in the state of California. Nowhere currently in this new bill, or I say law now, does it say that you can't use gas-powered generators. Currently, the way it stands, and you use that very loosely, is that if you have a generator, you can use it. There's no restriction on that. If you can also sell used generators, you can also go over to like Nevada and buy a motorhome or a generator and bring it back.
That's like people in New Jersey going to Pennsylvania to buy fireworks.
Exactly. So what does this mean? What does this mean for you, the RVer? Well, if you live in California, I guess it kind of sucks because you're not going to be able to buy a gas-powered generator basically after 2028.
And it's
for use on your motorhome.
Right. And we're going to get to this. It not only sucks for the owners, but who is it really affecting? Correct.
So the mindset behind this law, whatever it may be, is that they want to go to zero emissions generators, which at this point they're out there, but honestly they're expensive and they kind of suck because they're not going to supply the power to a house or to a motorhome, which is essentially a house on wheels. Right. There's not enough solar panels to be as effective as a generator, right? We can run our generator for days and it gives the power.
And we have when we lost power.
Even if we had a huge bank of lithium and we had a huge amount of solar panels on the roof, it's not gonna run as long as a generator does. And the cost is astronomical at this point. In 6 years, 10 years, the technology moves really quickly. I truly believe that within the next 20 years, most stuff is gonna be electric.
it's headed that way.
Yeah, but at this point, it's not. So for what does this mean for you, the RVer? Really not much.
Not much. Yes, you won't be able to purchase an RV in California, but go
with
a generator, but go next door and you could.
Now, what does this mean for the RV dealers in California that are selling motorhomes? Well, that sucks for them.
That's going to affect them.
Because honestly, I don't think the technology is going to be there in 2028. I don't think we're going to have motorhomes that are fully electric. It's just too expensive. I could be wrong. Like I said, I think in the next 20 years it will be there, but it's not going to happen.
Soon.
Also, things tend, when this kind of legislation comes out, it tends to be like it's like a death by 1,000 cuts. We'll do this first.
It's fluid.
And then we start banning the sales of parts, and then we start, it's a slippery slope, and I see it going that way, and I see it coming to New Jersey also. Hopefully we'll be out of this state by then. As of this point, you have at least 6 more years that you can use your generator without really any kind of concern, and then probably, I would say, another 10 or 15 years before it's really a huge concern.
So basically what we're saying is don't panic. If you're an RV dealer, you may want to panic. No, but yes, it's not going to affect RVers as much as I think it was very sensationalized in the news. We were reading like, oh my gosh, this is the end of,
Yeah, and just remember, worst case scenario, there's still 49 other states you could visit, and whatever, to California. So in the comments below, let us know, what do you think about this new ban? Do you think it's a slippery slope? Do you think it's something that's good? Personally, I think it's going to go that way, but we don't need, bureaucrats telling us what to do. Yeah. That's my opinion. So put it in the comments below. And for myself and MJ, we thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the road.